Hey there, welcome to the homestead. I'm Randy. I'm here with Johnny, my 1988 John Deere 950 tractor, and Johnny has a problem. Well, Johnny actually has lots of problems. Right now the biggest problem that Johnny has is once he gets warmed up a little bit, he starts running kind of bad, like kind of like he has a miss. And I'm going to see if I can figure out what it is. So come along with me and let's see if I can figure out what Johnny's problem is really quick. Alright, hopefully you can hear me okay. Johnny's a little bit noisy, a little rowdy, and definitely a dirty boy. So anyways, first thing I did is took the radiator cap off because the other day when I put some water in the radiator, I thought I saw some bubbles. Bubbles is not something you want to see in your radiator. So anyways, let you take a look here. As you can see, there's water flowing, but there's no bubbles. When I saw those bubbles the other day, turn him off because he's, like I said, he's noisy. When I saw those bubbles the other day, I was worried that it's either a cracked head or a blown head gasket. So I'm happy to see that there's no bubbles in there now, just the water flowing. I did top off his radiator. As you see, his radiator's kind of nasty. He came to me, you know, of course I bought Johnny used. He came to me with water in the radiator, straight water in the radiator, which I had dumped out, and I put antifreeze mix in there, and over time I think he's gotten back to having straight water in him again. I really need to flush him. It's one of his problems. He also needs water in his water reservoir, his overflow tank, but let me show you what we got going on. That little hole there was made by my finger. That hole was a small crack and I barely touched it with my finger and it just disintegrated. So I'm going to have to get a new overflow tank for him. But as long as I keep up on his coolant level water, he should be alright. So I don't think that coolant is his issue because he's not getting that hot. I'm wondering if it might just be a fuel delivery problem. I'm kind of surprised to see that it does not have an inline filter. It has, let me show you what we got here. Forgive the dirt, like I said, Johnny's a dirty boy. We don't have an inline filter. All that we have is this fuel bowl here, which the sediment's supposed to fall on the bottom of that, and then just clean fuel goes through to the engine. When I get to the point of fixing this part, I will put an inline fuel filter before that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make a big lovely mess, and we're going to take that bowl off and see what kind of nasties are inside of that. Alright, first thing we're going to do, alright, shut off the fuel. I'm surprised that's kind of loose. And I'm going to try to clean it up a little bit. How about that? Glass. So dirty Johnny is, I didn't even realize that it was glass. Seems to have a little bit of stuff in the bottom of it. Oh, yuck. Ugh. I think we may have found Johnny's problem. I hope we have found Johnny's problem. Now which way? Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? It is. Gotta do it right. Okay, taking it. Aha, there is our fuel filter. Ooh, and it's got some grodies on it. Fruity's in this too. Okay, I went and got a bowl. Let's see what kind of yucky stuff is in there. That's not too bad looking at. Oh, there's the yucks. Yeah, oh, look inside there. Ugh. That could be part of Johnny's problem. I think what it's going to do, get my hand up in here, I think what it's going to do is it's just going to slide right off. Yep, it's kind of crusty looking. Yeah, it's got a hole rotted in the bottom of it. I think that was probably our problem. Well, it's day 2 now. I went today and I got a new filter, new fuel filter to put into Johnny. Can you tell which one is the new one? That one. So anyways, I went into the Napa store at the next town over because here in my town there's no auto parts store. And I walk in with the fuel filter and, you know, set it on the counter, tell the guy I need a fuel filter. He says, I know that guy. He goes in the back, comes out with this filter. Didn't look it up, just saw this sitting on the counter. Oops, dropped my box. Just saw that sitting on the counter and he knew exactly what filter it was, brought it out to me. I was really impressed by that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is put it back together. I'm going to put the new filter in, and if you have done this already before and you're stuck now with a dead tractor, like I am, I'm going to help you. Hopefully you didn't do what I did, because I put the old filter back in last night and tried to start the tractor, and it did start, and then it quit and it wouldn't start. Come to find out, even though it is gravity fed from the fuel tank to the fuel bowl, it can't have air in the lines. You know, once it gets to the injector pump, they can't have air in the lines. So I got air in my line, so I got to bleed my entire fuel system. So get the filter in there. We'll get that part bled. I'll show you how to do that. Got a monkey jumping around. We'll bleed the pump, and then we'll bleed the injectors. So let's get on it and get Johnny started back up again. Okay, now what we do, of course, is we figure out how to get our arm in here. And we put the new filter in place. There we go. Okay, got the filter in place. We bring the bowl, put it in place. Oops. Don't forget your O-ring there. You'll have a big mess if you forget that O-ring. Oh, come on, there we go. Come on. Nope, that's not it. Trying to cross thread. Be careful that, there you go. Be careful that you don't cross thread that. Now leave that just a little bit loose. And turn your fuel on. Now it's blowing bubbles. Let it run like that. It's going to make a little bit of a mess. Okay, we got to the point that we're just getting pure fuel out. So go ahead and tighten that up now. This has to be hand tight. Okay, then get the screwdriver, and you see the little screw there? Yeah. First little screw, the farthest one out. You loosen it up. And it looks like just pure fuel there. Tighten that one back up. Go to the next one, loosen it up. Looks like we got pure fuel there too. Good. Making a lovely, lovely diesel mess here. Tighten everything up. Alright, there is our next bleeder that we need to open up. And pick it open. My goodness, there we go. Okay, I'm not seeing any air there. Tighten it back up. Hit it with the wrench and tighten it up. Okay, now we're at the other side of the engine and we're looking at the 3 injectors. 3-cylinder engine, so it's only going to have 3 injectors. And these are going to require the engine to be turned over as we bleed it. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to crack this last one first, kind of using the old bleeding the brakes method that you do the farthest one first. So that's what we're going to do the farthest one first. So I'm going to crack this out of gear. Let's crank it. Oh, it's trying to start. I'd say there's a good possibility that it bled that one. I watched another video that talked about doing this on a small Yanmar, which basically Yanmar and John Deere, the John Deere compact tractors, that is, like this, are the same tractor. This tractor is manufactured by Yanmar and basically labeled as John Deere. And in the other video it said to pull the compression release handle. This tractor does not have one of those. So it's obviously going to start up as I try to bleed this. So hit the next one, add in gear. So, oh, that's neat. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that seems good. I'm gonna head on to tighten that one up. Loosen the last one. Okay, let's see what we get. There's probably still a small amount of air in there that hopefully will work its way out. Oops. Come on. I'll loosen that one up quite a bit. There we go. Okay, tighten everything up. Everybody's tight. I don't have to go super crazy on these because I'm sure that they're flares. If they go super crazy, it's going to make it hard to undo it next time you have to do this. Alright, so there we go. Let's see how things sound. See, Johnny some throttle, start him up. All right. Sounds good. I'll have to work Johnny a little bit to see if he's running a lot better. I suspect that he's going to be running a whole lot better now that he's getting fuel delivery. That other filter, it was pretty plugged up, and honestly, I did not know that there was a fuel filter inside of that fuel bowl like that. I saw a video where they talked about adding a fuel filter before the water separator of the fuel bowl because of it not having a filter in there. So I was really surprised looking at this one that it didn't have a fuel filter. And of course, you know, with the way that it was dirty like it was, it's like that when I bought it, because, you know, I bought the tractor used. I thought that the fuel bowl was, you know, a steel fuel bowl. I didn't know that it was a plastic see-through fuel bowl. I never wiped it off, so I didn't know that it was like that. So anyways, figured out that the problem was a plugged up fuel filter and replaced it. Johnny seems like he's running good. I'll use him a little bit and see how he's doing, but I think we've probably got that problem fixed. I think Johnny's fixed good enough now that he can do the job we need him to do, which is getting the walls up on top of the floor so we can get the framing of the house completed enough that, you know, we can get it all squared and plumbed and true, and then we can get our trusses on top. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you like it. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the dilemma I essentially created for myself, because I probably should have checked that a long time ago. And, you know, there's other maintenance items on Johnny that needs to be done that I just haven't gotten to. So, like I say, leave me a comment, like, subscribe, and until next time, live life to its fullest. See you then.